Hey everyone, Derrick Hines here. Welcome to the podcast where I'll share with you the patterns, insights, research, and technologies that we use in my own pain and performance practice to help people improve their health, speed their healing, and increase their longevity. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy it.
All right. Good day, my friends. Welcome to another day on the Pain and Performance podcast. I hope y'all are doing fantastic and enjoying some of these. If you don't know who I am, I'm Dr. Derrick Hines. I am the founder of a place called Acadiana Pain and Performance and Hero Health. And in both of those, we basically take all of the best science, research, the latest technology in regenerative therapy and physical medicine, and the best treatment that we can, and we just mash all that together to hopefully create the most healing environment that we can get for our patients and give them all the tools they need to live healthy. And that's like today, but that's also over the next 5 to 10 decades for some of our patients. So that's also what we are shooting for on this is, can we give people information that just makes you think a little bit, maybe make a different decision? And that's the little things that give us improvements throughout our lives. Is like, what was the little thing that we tried? And anytime we go through these things, I think if it resonates with you, just don't say you're going to do this forever. This is like, I'm going to do an experiment with this for, the next few weeks and see how this impacts my life. Is it something that I want to keep in my life? I like these little mini experiments. Today, I want to talk about a single little habit that has been shown to give you better sleep, improve resilience to changes so you can handle change much better, lower symptoms of pain, and overall improved well-being. And that all sounds like a lot. To add to that, less stress and depression and a lower risk of heart problems. So you read these things and you're like, what can this habit be? So in 2003, two researchers, Dr. Emmons and Dr. McCullough, did a 10-week study. And what they had the participants do during this study is one time a week, they had to sit down and write what they were grateful for. That was it. And they had to do that every week, 10 times over the 10-week study, was sit down and write, what are the things that you are grateful for? And over that 10-week study, what they found was all of those improvements was better well-being, better sleep, improved ability to handle change, basically like, that's stress, lower symptoms of pain, less depression, and less risk for heart problems. And I think there's a lot to that, why this happens, how this happens. But I've talked to a lot of people who've done these different gratitude journaling things, and I've done them at times in my life where I was trying to do it almost every day, like gratitude. What am I grateful for today? And the exciting thing about this study was that it said, like, do it once a week, like sit down. And I think the big difference in this versus every day is it doesn't get redundant. Once a week, I'm sitting and I'm truly thinking of like things that I'm grateful for. And if you do it every day, you've already written, like, I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my spouse. I'm thankful for my environment and safety. And at some points you're like, I'm thankful for this coffee. And it kind of gets a little redundant. And I would imagine in that situation, some of the benefit wears off a little bit. So I thought it was really neat that they said, what if we do it one time a week? Do we still get improvements? Because there are studies that show great improvements with daily gratitude journaling. But this seems to show that even once a week might be better than doing it every day. And so my question is, can we bring some gratitude journaling in one time a week? Is that on a Sunday where you sit down and just spend a minute exploring things that you might be grateful for that maybe you haven't expressed? And I think this gets really powerful if you start to really spend some time on thinking through it, the impact of those, experiences, those relationships, and actually kind of flesh out a deep thought of how that has impacted your life, and spend some decent time journaling on, hey, I'm grateful for my relationship. Here's what it has done for me and changed. That takes it even a little bit step further. And so I thought that would be a really neat thing for us to all kind of explore together is, will you do 10 weeks of taking 10 minutes and do a gratitude journal? Write down a few things. I don't think you have to limit it. Write down, 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for in your life. That can be relationships or new goals. That can be anything that comes to mind, and just spend some time really digging into that. And the study says that we're going to notice improvements in so many different areas that I think, if gratitude journaling was a pill, it would be a very successful seller. So at this time of year when a lot of people are setting goals and stuff like that, I think it's a really neat thing to look at is what's these small things that move the needle. So today we have, wonderful technology where you can say, hey, Siri, remind me every Sunday morning at 8:00 to spend 10 minutes doing my gratitude journal, and you'll have this built-in reminder for the next few weeks. So my question is, will you do that? Do you want less pain, less stress, less depression, less risk of heart issues, better sleep, and better resilience to change? If the answer is yes, maybe spending a few minutes once a week doing some gratitude journaling will be up your alley. But I wanted to share that. I thought it's a really cool study that I was going back through, and I hope that you have a lot to be grateful for this time of year, and you are excited of things to come. This is a time where I spend a lot of time thinking forward, and so this also gives me a reminder of don't spend all your time of I want to do this, I want this. Measure that with I'm so grateful for the things that I have in my life, and I'm grateful for y'all for listening to this. I get reached out to so much from people who have used the information on this podcast to improve their health or life. I'm thankful for my team. The team at Acadiana Pain and Hero are the best. Hands down, the absolute best. I promise you, I get to work with a lot of teams across the country. I have yet to find one that was as dedicated and hardworking to improving the hope, healing, and health of their patients. It's incredible to be around this group of people every day. I'm grateful for my family. We have one of the best families. Everybody supports each other and challenges each other, and we have a blast together. What are those things that you can pull out in there? So I hope that helps, and let me know what you think about some of that.